What's up, everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine, doing awesome actually. Today, welcome to a new tutorial on the channel where I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this small fantasy style home. So let's actually take a look at this build for today because there's a lot to look at in this small little home. So really cool stuff going on here. On the outside, we have this awesome little farm, which I thought just added to the scenery of the house and made it fit just a little bit more. Adding things like this around your house really give it a lot of character and tell a little bit of a story along the way. So I added, instead of fences, just having random andesite and cobble just around here as acting as like a little wall. And it's a little potato farm because I think these look really cool as crops. So that's what I went with, having hay bales to cover up the water that you see. And yeah, I think it works really, really nicely. We have this nice little arch over top with the lantern dangling down, which looks really cool. So let's just fly around the house here, just taking a look at it. So we have some white wool on the side here. I didn't go adding in any concrete into this build because I wanted this to feel sort of similar to like a starter house, a very easy starter house. Now, you might be saying, oh, that's a lot of red wool to get. But no, this is actually not too bad as long as you got the red wool supply and different things like that. It actually take just a few days in Minecraft to build, in my opinion. So I think it'd be pretty easy. So we have the same thing on the other side, and then we just have a little bit of a fireplace going up through here with a window on the side, and the back's pretty plain back there. But if we come around front, we're greeted always by a nice cozy lantern to welcome you into this house. As always, and if we walk inside, you can see it's pretty cramped in here, as you would probably expect, because the walls are built in one with the depth. That is what you get. That's what you sacrifice. But if we go into the side here, you can see the fireplace is actually in the corner, which is kind of the unique thing. And we have a nice little kitchen area here with a clock hanging on the wall with some things just hanging off like that. And then we also have a smoker, furnace, blast furnace, all the stuff you would need for survival, and some barrels just dotted here and there with a crafting table. And if we go upstairs, just going up through the house, now the one thing you do have to do is you have to crouch through this area because the house is so cramped. It just adds to that feeling. Right here we have an anvil and a chest. This room is pretty barren because we don't have a lot of space, but I think adding what we have here is really nice with a little lantern and a barrel, painting, some more lanterns. If we walk into this room, we have our very nice little bedroom here. So again, sticking with that very cozy feeling or cramped feeling, whatever, or claustrophobic even. So we have our flower pot, some paintings, and different things just to kind of dress up the interior very nicely. So this house has a lot of little features, and I said it's very similar to a starter home because there's not a lot of resources. It might look like it, but it just putting in the effort and putting in the time, you can have a nice starter house within the first few days. So this is a nice fantasy starter home, and I think it looks really, really nice. So let's get right into building it. All right, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is just copy down this layout in your world somewhere. This is going to help you and help me to help you build the house, basically, and get it going in your world. So first things first, you want to make sure that you have a 5-block gap here, then a log, and then another 3-block gap, log, 3-block gap, log, 5-block gap, and it's basically the same thing on the other side. So it's just like a little rectangle like this, nothing too hard. The next thing that we're going to do is the framework, and we're going to do all the framework in this one little shot because it's pretty simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this up 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to bring this across 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it across, and you can see we're just doing the same sort of pattern all the way around. So bring it across, bring this up 4, and it's for all these, where all these little logs are, and just connecting this all up to kind of add into our framework here. Now the next step we're going to do is we're going to build up 2 blocks right on this block here. 1, 2, building up, 2 more, and just going up diagonally. Now this is the point to where I would stop, and then I would start building up your other side. 1, 2, 1, 2. So you have this shape. Don't worry, we're going to do it on the other side, so let's do it real quick. Build it up 2, Now, one of the things that you can do is if you're having trouble, you can build this up all at once. So you can build it up like this. That way they meet at this point. So for this log under here, what we're going to do is we're going to make it go sideways. Now you could use all sides of the, I guess it's called oak wood, I believe. And you don't have to worry about it, but I like to turn it sideways. That way it's showing the face of the good side of the log. There we go. Not too bad. There's our framework. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to push our cobble back by one. So this is all going to be pushed in, and we're going to have to replace the grass here. Now, you could do this earlier on. You don't have to do exactly what the layout says. This is just to make sure you have enough room. So we need to push this wall back by one. That way, it gives us the depth that we're looking for. So what I'm going to do is basically just build up cobble all the way around. So it's pretty simple, just building up cobble all the way around here, just trying to create a nice little cobble wall all the way around. There you go, not too bad. So just making sure you have all the cobble down on the one side. We're going to quickly grab some andesite. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start laying out where all of our windows are going to go. And this would be a good time to figure out where your door's going to go as well. So let me also just grab some stairs real quick. So the door is going to go right here for me. You can change it up if you want to. You don't have to. I'm going to put a window here. Now, wherever you put a window and or a door, you want to put a stair above it. It just adds for a little bit more depth. Right here, you can add a little bit of a window and stair. If you're going to add a fireplace, you can either add a fireplace or a window. I'm going to add a fireplace later on, so I'm going to leave that blank right there. I'm going to add a window on this side, though, and also add a window on this side as well. The next thing that we're going to do is just mix in andesite. Now, this has no rhyme or reason to it. The more crazy you get with it, the more random it is, the better it'll look. So just make sure you're going around. No pattern, no detail, no, just going around randomly placing different andesite here and there. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is actually work on the roof. These are all the materials that you're going to need. You're going to need cobble, andesite, and a bunch of other things. Let me just grab one more block that I'm missing for some reason. There we go. So you're going to need andesite, you're going to need cobble, red wool, and also spruce planks. So lots of little details going on into this roof, but trust me, it's pretty simple once you get into it. So what we're going to start by doing is building up red wool along this area here. So right where our logs are, we're just going to outline them with red wool. This is going to give a good starting point to how the rest of the roof is going to go. And also just repeating that on the other side. Pretty cool stuff. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start by building it up. Now, what I recommend doing is building this across just like so. So just building and connecting all of this up together. So if we just go across, connecting all of these blocks up. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put andesite stairs on the ends here. And then we're going to outline this with andesite. So starting off with just doing andesite all the way around here, just like so. And then we're going to do andesite slabs on top of what we just did. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side. Don't worry about mixing in any cobblestone yet. It's better to just get what we have and just get a foundation down. That way we can randomize later. Just like what we did for down here, we're going to do the same thing for the outline of our roof. Adding andesite slabs back in. There we go. Next, what we're going to do is now randomize cobblestone in. So you can do this when we actually, build the andesite all at once, but I prefer going back and then randomizing it. It just feels a little bit easier, but that's all up to you. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just adding in cobblestone where needed. And you can add a whole bunch. You don't have to add any at all. You can keep it all andesite if you like that look a little bit better. Personally, I like just randomizing it and trying to make it look a little bit more rustic looking, and or just trying to mix it in with the fantasy style. The next thing that we're going to do is basically build up the roof. So what I mean by this is we're going to bring a line of red wool, and then we're going to let it basically flow up. Now, let me just double check this if I'm right. So let's just do this. So we're going to go across one with red wool like that, and then we're going to bring it in from this and just build it up like so. Going in one more and doing the same thing like that. This one you can bring out just a little bit, but we're going to do it on the other side just so you guys have a good idea. And we'll build this across 1 block away. Then this one's going to be 2 blocks away. Same thing for this one, 2 blocks away. And then this one is also going to be 3 blocks away. So just kind of narrowing as we get more towards the top of the roof. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add the spruce part into the roof. This is pretty simple to do. So all we have to do is just clear out the roof just like this. And we'll also have to add some spruce stairs underneath this part right here. Then we're going to add some spruce planks right above that, one over. Then a spruce slab. And then what we do is we put a spruce plank on top of that. And then we put another spruce plank right here, just carving in with a spruce slab like that. And then we just repeat that going all the way up, just like so. And this one also has a spruce plank. And then what we're going to do over here, same thing. Going down, replacing the middle part. And once you get to this part right here, take out about 5 blocks all the way going across. Upside down spruce stairs. Spruce planks from 1 over right above. Upside down slab. And then a slab on top of that. The next thing that we're going to do is add in the fireplace. Now this is pretty random, so yours might look a little bit different depending on how you do it. So what we're going to do is basically tear down these 3 blocks, replace them with stone brick. Then we're going to put a stone brick stair right at the bottom of that. You can also add a stone brick stair at the top here, but I don't think I did that on the other side. No, I did not. So you don't have to do that. So we're going to also line it up where our chimney is actually going to come out of. So right here, this is, let's see, 1 block back. So it would be this one right here. So it would actually come out of this one. So we kind of want to line that up so it's pretty accurate. I'm going to build that up to right about that height, one above this roof line right here. Then we're going to place a campfire on top of that, and then just surround that with spruce trap doors. There we go, just like that. And then this is pretty random. So all you have to do is kind of replace the surrounding blocks with different kind of blocks, just like so. And just adding in different ones. I don't recommend going down too far, but kind of randomizing it a little bit. And then also, see, like right here, I'm going to add a little bit of a stair just to support that. I think that looks pretty good as is. Maybe I'll take out that block so it looks like it's all connecting. And then you can also go back in and just randomize that with cobble and andesite. That way it just looks a little bit better and doesn't look totally just stone brick, and it can look a little bit boring if it is like that. So adding that in, and it matches the roof a little bit and also makes a little bit more detail in what would be a boring chimney. Pretty cool stuff. All right, our house is really coming along now, and it's really looking pretty good. I'm liking it, but there's one thing missing. We have a massive hole in the side of our house, so let's fix that up right now. So let's bring back 1 block, white wool going like this. Then we're going to add spruce stairs, upside down and regular stairs just like so, with a spruce slab in the middle. And then we're going to take white stained glass and fill that behind. So we're not using panes here, we're using regular blocks just like so. And then underneath this roof right here, we're going to add some slabs in just like this. So that way it looks pretty cool and looks a little bit more supported. Last final thing we have to do is add in some spruce trapdoors like that, going all the way around. Do it on the other side. So right here, what we're going to do, white wool, just like so, 1 block back. Then we're going to add spruce stairs, upside down and regular. And then we're going to add a spruce slab in the middle and with some white stained glass in the center, just like so. And then we're going to have some spruce slabs going all the way up underneath to support the roof. Then what we're going to do in the middle is just add in our spruce trap doors in a circle formation just like that. There you go. There's our walls filled in. All right, now get your detail blocks out because now it is time to decorate this thing and make it a little bit more beautiful than it already was. So at the base of these feet right here of each of our pillars, what we're going to do is add in some barrels. This is really going to add a little bit more of a stable point instead of putting what people typically do. Instead of adding these stairs around, what we're going to do is just add the barrels and they give that same effect and it looks a little bit nicer because they're barrels. So what we're going to do is add some stone brick stairs all the way around here and adding some stone brick slabs just going like this. And also doing it underneath this window. And pretty much every window is going to get one except the doorway here. So you just put them each under there. And the reason why I do that is just to kind of add and break up that bottom part of it. You can also mix in at the base a little bit of stone brick. So you can go back in at the base, just add a little bit of stone brick. Now, you don't want to go too crazy with it now. Just a little bit here and there. Just dabbed at the base. Makes it a little bit more structured, but then again, not so much. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add in the buttons everywhere and the trap doors. So buttons on each of the corners. Trap door right there. Button right there. Buttons on the corners. Like so. Button right here. Spruce trap door. And another button in the corner. Next thing that we're going to do is you're going to grab some spruce slabs because they're going to be pretty nice to use. So spruce slabs in each of these little corners right here. Spruce slabs with a trap door in the middle. Spruce slabs and trap door in the middle. More spruce slabs in the corners on this side. Spruce slabs, trap door in the middle once again. And same thing over here. So that way it kind of supports the little underbelly of that. Last thing that we're going to do is start adding in some oak leaves everywhere just to kind of do a little bit. Now you don't want to add too much. I don't like to add too many leaves around my house because I don't want it to take away from the build. People tend to add a lot of bushes around the house and it takes away. Just dabbled here and there kind of makes for a nice little effect. Next thing we're going to do is, of course, add a little barrel on its side with a lantern at the ends here. Pretty cool stuff. The next thing that we're going to grab real quick is some white stained glass panes. Just going all the way around, filling in all of our windows. Just like this. And I'm also going to replace where our door is going to go and put in some stone brick. Do it over here as well, just to make a little pathway. Grab our spruce door. Plop that right here. And there we go. The exterior of our build is done. Now, one of the things that you can do is you can add in this farm. Now, I'm not going to show a tutorial of this because this is actually pretty simple and not that hard to do. So you can pretty much just take a look at it, take a little bit of a gander once more, and you can see, you can copy it off of memory. Pause the video if you have to, of course, and there you go. So not too bad. But yes, guys, that is going to do it for this tutorial for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I did. I really like this house. And I think it is a perfect, explanation of what a fantasy starter house could be. Again, you just have to take a little bit more time to build this house in the first couple nights. But let me tell you, you're going to have one of the best houses that you can build within a couple days of Minecraft. It's not that hard. Just find a few sheep. Like a lot of andesite, a little bit of cobblestone, lots of oak wood, and decorate the interior how you want. And yeah, really, that is going to be pretty cool if you guys can do that. If you do build this house in your world, send me pictures on Twitter at Blondskunk. I want to see it. Let me know if you do build it for yourself. I want to see it. I want to see what you guys come up with. So let me know. But as always, guys, that is going to do it. Be sure to check out the Afterlife Discord where a lot of things are going down. We have a lot of active members on there. If you're interested in joining an awesome community, go check it out on the Afterlife Discord. Link in the description. And as always, guys, don't forget to be awesome. See you guys next time. Oh, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.